These are the Disney stars who brought magic to our screens, but tragically never made it past 30. Number 1. Cameron Boyce, 20. Cameron Boyce was one of Disney Channel's brightest young talents, remembered for his role as Luke Ross in Jessie and as Carlos in the Descendants franchise. Born in 1999 in Los Angeles, he grew up in the spotlight and quickly became a fan favorite for his humor, charisma, and natural acting ability. Off-screen, Cameron was deeply passionate about humanitarian causes, often using his platform to raise awareness about gun violence and clean water initiatives. In July 2019, Cameron's life was tragically cut short when he suffered an epileptic seizure in his sleep. He was only 20 years old, leaving behind devastated family, friends, and millions of fans worldwide. His sudden passing was a stark reminder of how fragile life can be, even for those who seem to have everything ahead of them. Cameron Boyce was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Los Angeles, a cemetery where many Hollywood legends are buried. His grave remains a quiet place of remembrance for those who admired his short yet impactful life. What is your favorite memory of Cameron Boyce's performances on Disney Channel? Number 2. Lee Thompson-Young, 29. Lee Thompson-Young was a talented actor who rose to fame on the Disney Channel series The Famous Jet Jackson, where he played the lead role of Jet Jackson. Born in Columbia, South Carolina in 1984, Lee quickly became a household name for Disney fans in the late 1990s and early 2000s. His natural charm and ability to portray relatable characters made him stand out among his peers. After his time on Disney, he went on to act in several television series, including Friday Night Lights and Rizzoli and Isles, building a respected career in Hollywood. Tragically, on August 19, 2013, Lee Thompson-Young was found dead at the age of 29 in Los Angeles. The cause of death was suicide, which shocked fans and colleagues alike. His passing shed light on the importance of mental health awareness, especially among young actors facing the pressures of fame. Lee Thompson-Young was laid to rest at Lakeview Memorial Gardens, South Carolina, where his family and loved ones gathered to say their final goodbyes. Did you grow up watching The Famous Jet Jackson? And how do you remember Lee's role in it? Number 3. Jansen Panettiere, 28. Jansen Panettiere, the younger brother of actress Hayden Panettiere, was a child actor who made appearances on Disney Channel shows such as Even Stevens and The Last Day of Summer. Born in 1994 in Palisades, New York, Jansen showed early promise as both an actor and a voice artist. He lent his voice to several animated projects and also acted in television films aimed at younger audiences. Fans remember him for his friendly personality and the way he brought energy to the screen, even in smaller roles. Sadly, Jansen's life ended far too soon. On February 19, 2023, he was found dead at his home in New York at the age of 28. The cause of death was later revealed as complications from an enlarged heart, a condition known as cardiomegaly. His sudden passing left his family, including his sister Hayden, and fans deeply shocked. Jansen Panettiere was laid to rest in New York, surrounded by close family and friends who chose to keep the details of his burial private. Do you remember Jansen's Disney Channel appearances, or did you know him more for his voice acting work? Number 4. Bobby Driscoll, 31. Bobby Driscoll was one of Disney's very first child stars, remembered best as the voice of Peter Pan in Disney's 1953 animated classic. Born in 1937 in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Bobby was discovered at a young age and quickly signed to a contract with Disney Studios. He starred in films like Song of the South, 1946, So Dear to My Heart, 1948, and even won a Special Academy Award for his performance in The Window, 1949. With his boyish charm and talent, he became a household name in the late 1940s and early 1950s. Unfortunately, fame did not last for Bobby. As he grew older, roles became scarce, and he struggled with drug addiction and financial troubles. By the early 1960s, his life had taken a tragic turn. In March 1968, he was found dead in an abandoned building in New York City. He was only 31 years old, and his death was caused by heart failure linked to drug use. Bobby Driscoll was buried in a pauper's grave on Hart Island, New York, where unclaimed bodies are laid to rest. His grave remained unmarked for years until his identity was later confirmed. Did you know that the voice of Disney's Peter Pan ended up buried in an unmarked grave? Number 5. Matthew Garber, 21. Matthew Garber is fondly remembered for his role as Michael Banks in Disney's 1964 classic Mary Poppins. Born in 1956 in London, England, Matthew was just a child when he entered the world of acting. Alongside Karen Boyce, he became part of one of Disney's most beloved sibling duos on screen. His innocent charm, expressive eyes, and natural performance in Mary Poppins made him a memorable face of Disney's golden era of family films. Garber also appeared in other Disney productions such as The 3 Lives of Thomasina, 1963, and The Gnome Mobile, 1967. However, unlike many child stars who pursued longer careers, Matthew stepped away from acting after these early successes. Tragedy struck in 1977 when Garber contracted hepatitis, which later caused pancreatitis. He passed away in London at just 21 years old. His untimely death came as a shock, as he had lived a quiet life away from the spotlight in his later years. Matthew Garber was laid to rest at St. Paul's Churchyard, London, where his family honored his brief but unforgettable contribution to Disney history. Do you remember watching Matthew Garber in Mary Poppins? And how did his performance as Michael Banks stand out to you? Number 6. Bridget Anderson, 21. Bridget Anderson was a gifted child actress who captured hearts with her natural talent and charisma. Born in 1975 in Inglewood, California, she rose to fame at just 6 years old in the film Savannah Smiles, 1982. Her performance in that movie remains her most iconic role, where she played a sweet, runaway child who melts the hearts of 2 small-time crooks. Although not as heavily tied to Disney as some others, Bridget did appear in several television projects connected to family entertainment, including work that aired on Disney-related networks. After her early success, Bridget struggled to maintain her career as she transitioned into her teenage years. Like many child actors of her time, she faced the difficulties of growing up under public scrutiny and dealing with limited opportunities as she got older. Sadly, those challenges led her toward substance abuse. In 1997, Bridget Anderson tragically passed away from an overdose at just 21 years old. It was a heartbreaking end for a young star who once seemed to have limitless potential. She was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Hollywood Hills, among many other stars of film and television. Have you ever watched Savannah Smiles? And do you think Bridget Anderson deserved more recognition for her talent? Number 7. Heather O'Rourke, 12. Heather O'Rourke became a household name after starring in Steven Spielberg's Poltergeist, 1982, where her chilling line, "They're here," became iconic in horror history. Born in 1975 in San Diego, California, Heather was discovered by chance when she accompanied her sister to an MGM Studios audition. Her blonde hair, bright eyes, and innocent charm made her the perfect choice for the role of Carol and Freeling, and she went on to appear in all 3 Poltergeist films. Though she was not a full-time Disney star, Heather did work in Disney-related productions and television appearances, which made her familiar to Disney fans of the 1980s. Despite her rising fame, Heather lived a fairly normal childhood, enjoying school and spending time with her family when she wasn't on set. Tragedy struck in 1988 when Heather suddenly fell ill. She was rushed to the hospital and died during surgery at just 12 years old. The cause was complications from intestinal stenosis, a rare medical condition. Her shocking death devastated fans and the entertainment industry. Heather O'Rourke was laid to rest at Westwood Village Memorial Park Cemetery in Los Angeles, where many visitors still leave flowers. Do you remember Heather's unforgettable role in Poltergeist? And did her performance leave a lasting impression on you? Number 8. Judith Barsi, 10. Judith Barsi was a rising child actress in the 1980s who left behind a remarkable legacy despite her short life. Born in 1978 in Los Angeles, California, Judith began acting in commercials at the age of 5 and quickly transitioned into film and television roles. She provided voices for animated favorites like The Land Before Time, as Ducky, and Disney's All Dogs Go to Heaven. Her sweet voice and expressive performances made her unforgettable in children's entertainment. Behind the scenes, however, Judith's life was deeply troubled. Her father was abusive and controlling, creating an unstable and frightening home environment. Despite her professional success, her personal life was filled with fear. Tragically, in July 1988, when Judith was only 10 years old, her father murdered both her and her mother before taking his own life. The story shocked Hollywood and remains one of the most tragic tales of a young star lost too soon. Judith Barsi was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, Los Angeles, where her grave has become a sight for fans who remember her tender voice and incredible talent. Do you remember Judith's voice as Ducky in The Land Before Time? And how does her story affect you knowing how young she was? Number 9. Sawyer Sweeten, 20. Sawyer Sweeten was best known for his role as Jeffrey Barone, one of the twins on the long-running sitcom Everybody Loves Raymond. Born in 1995 in Brownwood, Texas, Sawyer and his twin brother Sullivan practically grew up on the set of the show, beginning their roles when they were just 16 months old. The series ran for 9 seasons, and viewers watched the boys grow up alongside the beloved cast. Their innocent charm and natural delivery brought authenticity to the family dynamic that made the show a classic. After Everybody Loves Raymond ended in 2005, Sawyer stepped away from acting and lived a quieter life outside of Hollywood. While his twin occasionally made appearances, Sawyer largely avoided the spotlight. Unfortunately, like many young actors who struggled after childhood fame, he faced personal battles that few on the outside knew about. In April 2015, at only 20 years old, Sawyer tragically died by suicide while visiting family in Texas. His death shocked fans of the show and served as a reminder of the unseen pressures child stars often face. Sawyer Sweeten was laid to rest at St. George Catholic Church Cemetery in Texas, where family and close friends gathered to mourn his loss. Did you ever watch Everybody Loves Raymond? And do you remember Sawyer and his twins' roles on the show? Number 10. Michael Galeota, 31. Michael Galeota was a Disney Channel star best known for leading the series The Jersey, which ran from 1999 to 2004. Born in 1984 in Smithtown, New York, Michael showed an early love for performing and began acting as a child. The Jersey, inspired by a book series, followed a group of friends who discovered a magical sports jersey that allowed them to inhabit the bodies of professional athletes. The show quickly became a Disney Channel favorite, with Michael playing Nick Leiter, the witty and loyal heart of the group. In addition to his Disney Channel success, Michael appeared in other television series and films during his career. However, as he grew older, his acting work slowed down, and he lived a quieter life outside of the spotlight. Despite stepping away from acting, many fans still remembered him fondly for his role on The Jersey, which remains a nostalgic part of Disney Channel's late 1990s era. Sadly, in January 2016, Michael Galeota passed away at the age of 31 due to complications related to heart and vascular disease. Though just over 30, his early death placed him among other child stars who left too soon. Michael Galeota was laid to rest at St. Charles Cemetery in New York, near his hometown. Do you remember watching The Jersey on Disney Channel? And did Michael's character Nick stand out to you? Number 11. Jonathan Brandis, 27. Jonathan Brandis was a talented young actor who became a teen idol in the 1990s. Born in 1976 in Danbury, Connecticut, Jonathan began acting at a very young age, first appearing in commercials before moving on to television. He gained early recognition with roles in The Neverending Story 2, 1990, and the miniseries Stephen King's It, 1990, where he played young Bill Denbrough. His breakthrough, however, came with the NBC series Sequest DSV, where he starred as prodigy Lucas Wolenzak, earning a massive following among teenage fans. While not strictly a Disney Channel star, Jonathan appeared in projects that aired on Disney-related platforms and was part of the same generation of child actors who captured the hearts of young audiences. His boyish good looks and charm helped him land roles in numerous teen magazines, making him a household name for a time. Sadly, Jonathan struggled as he transitioned into adulthood and faced the difficulties of a fading career in Hollywood. In November 2003, at just 27 years old, he died by suicide in Los Angeles. A tragic end for someone once seen as one of the brightest young stars of his generation. Jonathan Brandis was laid to rest at St. Mary's Cemetery in Danbury, Connecticut, his hometown. Do you remember Jonathan Brandis from Sequest DSV or It? And which of his roles left the biggest impact on you? Number 12. River Phoenix, 23. River Phoenix was one of the most gifted young actors of his generation, admired for his raw talent and the intensity he brought to every role. Born in 1970 in Madras, Oregon, River grew up in a family of performers and began his career in commercials before landing television work. He quickly transitioned to films, where he starred in classics like Stand By Me, 1986, Running on Empty, 1988, and My Own Private Idaho, 1991. His performances earned him critical acclaim and even an Academy Award nomination, making him one of Hollywood's brightest young stars. Although not a direct Disney Channel actor, River was connected to family entertainment and youth-centered roles, which gave him a strong following among the same audiences who loved Disney talent. Off-screen, he was also known for his environmental activism, animal rights work, and commitment to vegetarianism. Tragically, on October 31, 1993, River Phoenix collapsed outside the Viper Room nightclub in Los Angeles after a drug overdose. He was only 23 years old, and his sudden death shocked fans worldwide, as many believed he was destined for legendary status. River Phoenix was laid to rest at Family Ranch in Micanopy, Florida, in a private ceremony attended by close family and friends. Do you think River Phoenix could have become one of the greatest actors of his era had he lived longer? Number 13. Dana Plato, 34. Dana Plato was best known for her role as Kimberly Drummond on the popular sitcom Diff'rent Strokes. Born in 1964 in Maywood, California, she started her career as a child actress, appearing in commercials before landing her breakout role at just 13 years old. While her most iconic work was outside of Disney, she did appear in projects connected to family entertainment and was part of the same child star culture that overlapped with Disney's television presence in the 1980s. Dana's early fame brought both success and difficulties. After leaving Diff'rent Strokes, she found it challenging to secure steady work and faced personal struggles, including issues with substance abuse and legal troubles. Despite attempts to revive her career, she was unable to regain the level of success she had as a teenager. Tragically, in May 1999, Dana Plato passed away at the age of 34 from a prescription drug overdose. Her death was ruled a suicide, leaving fans heartbroken and sparking further discussion about the pressures and pitfalls faced by young stars in Hollywood. Dana Plato was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills, a cemetery where many stars are buried. Do you think Dana Plato's story is a reminder of how difficult it can be for child stars to transition into adult careers? Number 14. Justin Pierce, 25. Justin Pierce was a British-American actor and skateboarder who became an unexpected star in the 1990s. Born in 1975 in London, England, he moved to New York City as a child and grew up in the skateboarding scene. His unique background led to his breakout role in the controversial but highly acclaimed film Kids, 1995, which captured the raw realities of urban youth. Justin's natural performance stood out, and he quickly gained recognition in independent cinema circles. Though not a direct Disney Channel actor, Pierce's youthful image and association with teen-centered roles connected him to audiences who followed child and young adult stars, including those from Disney. He later appeared in films such as Next Friday, 2000, and had the potential for a long career in Hollywood. Sadly, Justin struggled with personal issues behind the scenes. On July 10, 2000, at only 25 years old, he was found dead in a hotel room in Las Vegas. His death was ruled a suicide by hanging, leaving behind shocked fans and friends from both the skateboarding and film communities. Justin Pierce was laid to rest at Gate of Heaven Cemetery in Valhalla, New York, close to where his family lived. Do you remember Justin Pierce from Kids or Next Friday, and did his raw acting style leave an impression on you? Number 15. Dana Hill, 32. Dana Hill was a talented actress and voice artist who became well known in both live action and animation. Born in 1964 in Encino, California, Dana first appeared in television shows during the early 1980s, including Family Ties and The Fall Guy. She gained wider recognition for her role as Audrey Griswold in National Lampoon's European Vacation, 1985. Beyond live action, Dana built a strong career in voice acting, where her youthful voice allowed her to play child characters even as an adult. Her Disney connection came through voice roles in animated projects such as DuckTales the Movie, Treasure of the Lost Lamp, 1990, and the beloved series Goof Troop, 1992, where she voiced Max Goof. These performances made her a familiar voice to many Disney fans of the 1990s, cementing her legacy in family entertainment. Tragically, Dana faced serious health challenges throughout her life due to diabetes, which stunted her growth and caused ongoing medical complications. In 1996, at the age of 32, she passed away after suffering a massive stroke related to her condition. Dana Hill was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills, a cemetery where many Disney-connected stars are buried. Do you remember Dana Hill's voice as Max in Goof Troop? And how did her work shape your memories of Disney in the 90s? Number 16. Skye McCole Bartusiak, 21. Skye McCole Bartusiak was a child actress who left a strong impression with her emotional performances. Born in 1992 in Houston, Texas, she began acting at a young age and appeared in several high-profile projects. Her most memorable role came in The Patriot, 2000, where she played Susan, the youngest daughter of Mel Gibson's character. Audiences were moved by her heartbreaking scene where she tearfully begs her father not to leave, showcasing remarkable talent for someone so young. In addition to her film work, Skye made appearances in television series such as Touched by an Angel, 24, and several TV movies. She also had connections to Disney-related projects through her work in family-oriented entertainment, where her youthful presence and strong acting ability made her a natural fit. Sadly, Skye's promising career and life ended far too soon. On July 19, 2014, she passed away at the age of 21 at her home in Texas. The cause of death was reported as an accidental overdose, with medications contributing to her sudden passing. Skye McCole Bartusiak was laid to rest at Forest Park East Cemetery in Webster, Texas, close to her hometown. Do you remember Skye's emotional role in The Patriot? And did her performance stand out to you as one of the film's most powerful moments? Number 17. Anissa Jones, 18. Anissa Jones was a child actress who became famous in the late 1960s for her role as Buffy on the CBS sitcom Family Affair. Born in 1958 in West Lafayette, Indiana, she moved to California at a young age and was cast in Family Affair when she was only 8 years old. With her blonde pigtails and innocent charm, Anissa quickly became one of the most recognizable child stars of her era. Her role as Buffy, along with her beloved doll Mrs. Beasley, made her a household name. Although not directly tied to Disney, Anissa was part of the same world of child entertainment that overlapped with Disney audiences. She appeared in family-friendly television projects and was admired by fans of all ages. However, when Family Affair ended in 1971, Anissa struggled to transition into new roles and eventually stepped away from acting altogether. Sadly, her life took a tragic turn. On August 28, 1976, Anissa Jones died from a drug overdose at just 18 years old, cutting her life tragically short before she ever had the chance to rebuild her career as an adult. Anissa Jones was laid to rest at Oakwood Memorial Park Cemetery in Chatsworth, California. Do you remember Anissa Jones as Buffy from Family Affair? And did her character leave an impact on your childhood TV memories? Number 18. Josh Ryan Evans, 20. Josh Ryan Evans was a talented actor who, despite his small stature caused by achondroplasia, a form of dwarfism, made a lasting mark in the entertainment world. Born in 1982 in Hayward, California, he stood only 3 feet 2 inches tall, but possessed a big personality and strong screen presence. Josh appeared in several television shows, but he became best known for his role as Timmy on the daytime soap Passions. His character, a doll who comes to life, quickly became a fan favorite and earned Josh critical praise. Josh also had ties to Disney through his appearance in the 2000 live-action film How the Grinch Stole Christmas, where he played the younger version of Jim Carrey's Grinch. His ability to take on such memorable roles despite his medical challenges was inspiring to many young viewers. Tragically, Josh's life was cut short on August 5, 2002, when he died from complications during a heart surgery. He was only 20 years old, and his death occurred on the same day that his character Timmy was written off the soap opera, a heartbreaking coincidence for fans. Josh Ryan Evans was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills, California. Do you remember Josh Ryan Evans in How the Grinch Stole Christmas or Passions? And which role stands out more in your memory? Number 19. Corey Haim, 38, often remembered with young stars. Corey Haim was one of the biggest teen idols of the 1980s, admired for his boyish charm and natural talent. Born in 1971 in Toronto, Canada, he began acting as a child and quickly rose to fame with roles in Lucas, 1986, and the cult classic The Lost Boys, 1987. With his youthful energy and charisma, Corey became a heartthrob of his generation, often appearing alongside his friend and frequent co-star Corey Feldman. The duo, famously known as the Two Coreys, were hugely popular among teenage audiences. While not a Disney Channel star, Corey Haim's career and struggles mirrored those of many child actors connected to Disney. young success, overwhelming fame, and the challenges that came with growing up in the spotlight. Unfortunately, Corey's adult life was marked by struggles with addiction and financial difficulties, which overshadowed his early achievements. On March 10, 2010, Corey Haim passed away in Burbank, California, from pneumonia at the age of 38. Though slightly older than the under 30 cutoff, his tragic story is often included in discussions of young stars gone too soon. Corey Haim was laid to rest at Steele's Memorial Chapel Cemetery in Toronto, Canada. Do you remember Corey Haim more for his role in The Lost Boys or for his early work in Lucas? Number 20. Jason Reyes. Jason Reyes was an American actor and singer best known as the original adult Simba in the Broadway production of The Lion King, and for voicing Denali in Disney's animated film Brother Bear born in 1975 in New York. He gained international recognition for his powerful voice and stage presence, performing in a Disneyland concert special with Jessica Simpson, which further solidified his place in Disney's family of performers. Despite his rising career in both musical theater and voice acting, Jason faced personal struggles later in life. In 2004, he was discovered deceased in Australia in a tragic suicide at age 28. His passing stunned fans, colleagues, and the Disney theatrical community worldwide. Jason Reyes was laid to rest at Mount Calvary Cemetery in Emmons, New York, where friends and fans continue to honor his contributions to Disney musical legacy. Do you remember Jason Reyes' voice as Denali in Brother Bear, or his impact as Simba on Broadway?